What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today starts a new saga. If you don't know me like that, my hair is part of my personality. It's part of my identity. It's part of me, okay? And so I take my hair very seriously. And for me to get my hair done, it takes a very long time. So this is going to be like a 4-part process to get my hair colored, extensions, cut. This is also going to include like 4 different people doing 4 different things on my hair. So today is part 1, and the first step is I'm getting new extensions. So today I'm just getting them removed. So I need to start moving because I'm going to be late for my appointment, but I am visiting Lauren by LA. I just backed over my garbage can at the end of my driveway. Fuck. Hang on, I need to fix this. Okay, it's fine. We're fine. I was going to be 5 minutes early, and now I'm gonna be right on time. But today is just a very quick, easy appointment. I am getting my extensions removed. If you're interested in extensions and hair, this is a new world to me. Before I was an aspiring IFBB bikini pro, and while I still was in this pursuit, before I became a business owner, I was a colorist. That's why I have the best blonde. But I'm going to share a little bit about my hair journey, okay? Because I have always specialized in low maintenance, lived in hair color. That is what I was known for as KP hair color. I used to be a KP hair color, you guys. That's how my alter ego of KP started. And actually, if you're wondering, KP stands for Kristen Pennington. That is my maiden name. I am now Kristen Simmons. However, my hair business was KP hair color, and that's kind of what people knew me for. And then I also had KP health coach. And so my husband has been very supportive of not ruining my brand. So I am now KP Simmons. While we're going on this saga journey, which I'll do a brief, but I want to take you through my hair journey also, because I have always had amazing hair. Truly. 99.9% of my clients brought in photos of me as their hair inspiration, which didn't always make my job easier because I have a lot of hair and I have a very unique texture of hair. So when you're bringing in hair inspo to your colorist, just know you should find somebody that has similar hair to you, because most people aren't realistic with their expectations because they bring in a photo of somebody that has completely different hair than them. But let me just brief you on how this hair journey is going to go, because this is going to be about a 1.5 week process of me getting my hair done. So today I'm getting my extensions removed. I have been wearing these extensions for like 8 or 9 months, and the brand that I got, Bellamy, if you are familiar, they've been having problems, and I think the problem started when I purchased this hair, which was not cheap. The extensions shrink over time, like they get shorter, and the hair for blonde specifically get very, very, very warm, like orange, yellow. So that has been a struggle, like pretty much since I got them put in my head. But again, they were very expensive, so I've just like dealt with it. But extensions should last you about a year. That was my first experience with extensions. These are sewn in wefts. I used to have 3 rows and now I just have 2. So I'm getting new hair, and I'm working with someone new on my extension. She's actually a Pilates instructor at Together Yoga and Pilates. And so person number 1, Lauren, she's local here in Frankfurt. She owns LA Beauty. I'm visiting her now to just remove my extensions because you need like a specific tool. Today is Wednesday. So step 2 will be on Friday, where I'm going to be visiting Blake. Blake was my first assistant, and he's just killing it downtown Chicago. So I'm gonna be visiting him to color my hair, specifically the underneath, because it has not been touched in like a year. So it's very dark, which just kind of makes me look a little crazy. And I want to appear like solid blonde on stage without doing a bleach in tone. And I'm gonna tell you why. So part 2 is gonna be visiting Blake on Friday in 2 days. So that's why the extensions are coming out. Part 3 is going to be on Monday. Victoria has ordered my new extensions. We are trying a new hair brand. I'm trying a new hair brand. She is very familiar with this hair brand and loves it. So we are sticking with wefts. She will be sewing those into my head on Monday after I get my hair colored. The final step is going to be a haircut, and I trust very little people in my life to cut my hair. So I will be visiting Teresa in the Quad Cities on my way home to visit my family for my birthday. So I'm going to be stopping in to see her at her salon suite, and she is going to be giving me a haircut. Depending on what my hair looks like when I get these extensions taken out, I might try to tackle some of this myself prior to seeing Blake, because my hair takes a very long time. So I'm just gonna see how it goes, but I am 10.5 weeks out right now, and I'm going to need to get my extensions moved up a couple of times, which will be no big deal now that I have Victoria. But after this, I will probably get my hair colored one more time before my first show, and possibly another time before my second. So it's really important, just like skin prep that I've said in previous episodes, like with my laser hair removal, with my consistent hydrofacials, the hair is part of it too. Like, I don't want to leave this all until the end. And thankfully I have people in my corner that can like really support me on this. And like, I also do hair. I do my own hair for show. So that makes it a bit easier as well. So that is kind of the game plan, but a little background on how I wear my hair for show and what I have done in the past, because again, I've always been like lived in blonde, but for blondes, you want to stand out on stage. Like, I've always been jealous of the girls with black hair because it just looks like rich and healthy on stage, and I could never have black hair. But with being blonde, it also pops on stage when you are just like freaking blonde. So my first season with my coach, he suggested going more all over blonde. And so I was just planning to do like a very heavy baby light and appearing more solid blonde on stage. But as we got into that process, somehow it turned into a bleach and tone, which is something that I have never, ever, ever done as a colorist, because I know the damage that it does. Not just initially, but to maintain it, because you are literally putting bleach on your entire head. And so that is something I have never offered as a colorist. It's something I've never been interested in on my own head. But when I had Blake heavily baby light me, we got a little carried away, and that's when Scandinavian hairlines were like in, which was basically putting bleach on your hairline. So it started with him doing this technique at the bowl, and it ended with him just putting bleach all over my head at the bowl. And I do not regret going all in and doing the bleach and tone, because I actually liked it for a minute. Like, it was actually fun. However, I can now confirm that I will never ever do it again, because my hair, you guys, that's the reason I have extensions in, because it completely destroyed my hair. But I'm gonna go in for my appointment now, and we are gonna get back to this conversation here shortly. We're just doing an extension removal today. Super quick, right?
Fun. No.
This will be, I'll just like probably do like it all sped up.
Like,
so.
I know how you, I watch your stuff.
You know.
I know how you roll. Oh, I wanted to ask. That churro stuff you were eating?
Oh my god, yeah, you want me to send it?
Oh, sure, yeah. I was like, what is she eating? So is it protein in it?
No, so it's just a carb. It's cream of rice. But
it's like cinnamon flavor. Or
yeah, it's literally
like
my favorite thing. But it's a really good pre-workout carb because it digests like so well.
Oh, I see.
And it's delicious. Let me send that to you.
Good for you, or is it?
Yeah, because that's why I eat this, because it's made out of like granulated rice. So it's like the best for your digestion and it's gluten free. So try it.
I will totally try it.
But the cream of rice, you'll just like eat that by itself, and then you'll obviously want to have like a protein with it.
Okay.
Like I do a protein shake and my cream of rice and banana and almond butter for my pre-workout.
What is your protein powder? Is it like grass-fed beef? Grass-fed?
I use grass-fed whey.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
And because I've always struggled with it. And this brand is like so clean and like digests freaking beautifully. So I'm gonna send you the link for both.
Okay.
You will love it.
I know the Just Ingredients brand is pretty good, like too, like a grass-fed protein.
The problem with hers is, so do you have like gut stuff or no? Digestion?
Yeah.
Okay, so hers is a whey concentrate. So there's protein isolate, concentrate, and casein. And in that order is how much lactose is in it. And typically if you have gut stuff, especially with whey, it's the lactose.
Okay.
And so isolate has the least amount, and most of Just Ingredients are concentrate. And
so glad you're, because I'm like here with like my stuff, you're like here.
Well, that's because like I had to learn all this the hard way, and then that's why I became a health coach and like did all this, because I was like obviously struggling with my life. So that's why I like to share it. But I would find a very clean, I'll send you my brand, but like literally just a whey isolate is what you want.
Pretty. And then you should hold them in the phone.
Do you do?
Like show it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yay. Your hair's so thick normally.
It used to not
Look
be.
at how thick your hair is.
This is like a dream. I didn't even know it was this thick.
You don't even look like, look at, she takes her hair out and look how.
Do you know how long it's taken to get to this point?
She used to do hair in New York. You know, to stick with someone. And then I was like, oh.
I can't believe how long.
So long. Yeah, it's pretty. You really don't need them.
And then come and visit Lauren at LA Beauty in Mokina. All right, you guys, that appointment literally took 15 minutes, but we talked for like 10 naturally. My hair is so back. It's thick. So I'm going to tell you what happened to my hair after we did the accidental bleach and tone. And it's a very short story. It was so damaged, and it has been 2 years of rehabbing my hair and nursing it back to health. And so how I did that, a lot of it obviously is your diet and the products that you use, but I also was taking Wellbell, which is a hair supplement. I quit doing that like 4 months ago just because like the subscription was so much and it felt like my hair was getting thicker. Let me just tell you, when your identity is attached to your hair and then all of a sudden it's damaged and you don't have great hair, it really hurts your self-confidence. To be honest though, if you've never had a bad haircut or super damaged hair and like had to nurse it back to health, like similarly to having horrible skin, like that's how terrible my confidence was for a hot minute when my hair was just fried. And so anyways, it's been a journey, and we are not doing a bleach and tone. We are keeping it healthy. We are keeping it blonde. I will be doing 2 rows of extensions just for length and I mean a little added fullness. I feel like once you get extensions put in your hair, it's hard to come back from that because it's like addicting. I never got it, but now I get it. But before, you guys, like my ends were just like completely see-through. They were not dense at all. So the extensions are really just going to add that density back in. It's going to look fuller, longer, healthier on stage, and the goal is to appear overall blonde. Like I'm not going to do a root, so I'll probably again do like 2 more sessions of highlights between now and my first show. So that's kind of the background of my hair journey. Step 1, phase 1 of this 4-phase process is complete. But in real time, I am 10.5 weeks out today. It is a rest day. It was a check-in day. I had posing today, and I'm just feeling really good. Phase 1 of this saga, phase 1 of this mission complete. Part 2 of the hair saga is in full effect. We are headed downtown to our Sova salon to see Mr. Blake Bolsinger, my pride and joy, my baby boy. Seriously though, I love him so much. Blake was my first assistant, like long-term assistant, that I poured every ounce of myself into and like taught him everything that I know. My relationship, my friendship with him means so much to me. Also, we're both from Iowa. Ironically, we did not know each other in our Iowa life, but you just connect with people on a different level when they are Midwest nice. And when they get out of Iowa and they do something with their lives, you just have like a trauma bond like none other. Like it's like breaking Amish, escaping the cornfields and just doing something. I'm joking. Iowa is wonderful. It was my entire upbringing. It made me who I am. But your girl obviously was meant for more. So here we are. Extensions are out. I am loving this new waver I found on TikTok Shop, you guys. I'm obsessed with this crimped look. I just feel like such a mermaid. I wish this looked good on stage. I don't know that it doesn't, but I don't feel like it probably does. But this is just like my personality right now. When the crimped look really became in, I wasn't a fan of it at all whatsoever, and I didn't do it. But since I got extensions and I started braiding my hair, the bottom of my hair I've loved looking like this. So I finally bit the bullet literally after a year of wearing extensions and like curling the top of my head and having crimped in the bottom. I bit the bullet and I did it, and I'm so glad I did because it also takes me 2 seconds. So if this looked good on stage, I would do it. So TBD, I'm going to do a little bit of research and see if there's any insight out there, because the thing with bodybuilding, you guys, there is a lot of horrible hair extensions, hair color, just hairstyling, like bad, really bad. And low key, before I became a business owner, I had this idea that I was going to change the trajectory of the bodybuilding hair world and like rent out extensions. But no. We took a different direction in life. Thank goodness. It's funny too, because the one thing that has given me confidence since the first time I stepped on stage ever in my life was knowing that no matter what my physique looked like, no matter what my posing looked like, no matter what any other variable of the package looked like, that I would have the best hair on that stage. And I have done my own hair for every single show. Makeup, on the other hand, I tried the first few. I'm not a makeup person at all whatsoever, and I just don't have the capacity. So I outsource for makeup, although it would save me money. The added stress just isn't worth it for me because I don't have the confidence to do it myself. I don't have the desire to do it myself. I do like to talk all things pageantry part, even though it is just like the very tail end. It's so important. It is so important what you bring to your overall look on that stage. And so again, I'm starting early, 10 weeks out tomorrow. Today is a rest day. I plan all of my self-care if I can on rest days. So this morning I did my fasted cardio. I got my meal 1 in, and I am headed downtown. I got as much off my plate as I possibly can or could before I came here, and I'm just going to be present. I don't get friend time, you guys, which is obviously a sacrifice when you're a bodybuilder and a business owner. But Blake, of all people, has just, understood. He does remind me constantly that I need to take time and do things for myself. But I mean, he's not wrong, but there's also a mutual understanding that that's just not really an option for me right now. So we take what we can get. I'm so appreciative that he always gets me in. I quit doing hair in the city this year. I was doing it quarterly, but when it lands in my competition season, you guys, that added stressor, that added weekend, it takes me like a week to recover from it. It's not just one weekend of doing hair. It's the build up to that weekend because I'm my own receptionist. It requires a lot of planning. It requires a lot of preparation. And then the whole day in itself, to be out of routine, to be into the city, the long hours, the emotional toll of just like being a hairdresser is heavy. I mean, being a health coach is also heavy. But with what I do, it's not just like a 20-minute conversation. It's like 4 or 5 hours And it's a lot of time to spend in somebody else's energy. And like, honestly, these things add up and they matter and they do make an impact. And so that's just what I've learned over the years of trying to fit this piece of my life into my life. It's not ever really been a necessity since becoming a business owner, the added income, because there is a cost to it, and that is the added stress and how it impacts my goals. And it just got to a point where last year I decided I wanted to fully pursue this season and I had to put it down. And so I did. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to send my clients to people that I trust and that I know are going to take care of them, no problem. And then also, like, he's worked so hard for this. He deserves every single person I send his way. So again, I'm just so excited right now to go and do this. This is good for my mental. Another thing is, I have always, when the going got tough and couldn't find the time to get away to do this, I would do my hair myself or I would have Ryan do it. And that also is an added stressor that I just really don't need. Also, it takes like so long to do it myself. So that's been my New Year's resolution for like the past several years, is not to do my own hair. But that's also why this is like a saga. This is a 4-parter and this is part 2. So I'm probably going to be 2 minutes late. I brought 2 meals with me. We're going to do what we can because I do have a lot of hair, but the top priority is the back and underneath for this session. I know he can whip it out real quick. That sounded kind of disgusting, but you know what I mean, God. We're here. We have arrived. The hair is getting done. The meals are getting in, and we are just going to enjoy.
It's all gonna be good. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. Nothing now. It's all gonna be good. So breathe like you know you should. Yeah, breathe till you've understood. Until you're feeling like it's
I will. You definitely will. All right, bye. Send me a snap, please. Okay, will you be...
Don't breathe.
Phase 2 of the hair saga is complete. We got my underneath nice and light. We did not touch the top of my head, just around my face and the underneath. So I want to target like 3 to 2.5 weeks out from my first show. We do this. And then next part of the hair saga, we'll be getting my extensions in. And then the final part will be a haircut. So just like skin prep with my laser hair removal and my hydrofacials, this is something that you don't want to leave until last minute, because how I am scheduling all of my hair appointments, my color will be done, my extensions will be done a couple weeks before show so that my peak week can be as stress-free as possible. The thing with this hair color, you want it to have a minute to like settle into your head. That is my professional suggestion for blondes in general, because when you get your hair highlighted, it is damaging it. So you want to give it like a couple weeks to kind of bounce back, use K18, use hair oils. Then you can like really prep the hair so that it styles nicely for show. Because if you blast your hair with bleach like week of show, it's not going to hold a curl or style well because it's going to be pretty compromised. And another tip that I can get into closer to show is you want to have kind of dirty hair going into show so it holds too. Depending on your hair texture, of course, if you have fine hair, it's a different story because it might get greasier faster. But for me, I have very thick hair. So like 3 days dirty is usually like a pretty sweet spot for me. It's just dirty enough to hold that style, but like fresh enough to be able to move. But again, I do my own hair, so this is just things that I have found for myself personally over the years. But the color looks great. I'm very happy with it. At the moment, I have a lot of baby hair action going on, so I'm excited for the next couple days to like settle into this style, maybe wash it a time or two, get my extensions put in, and then this color will just feel so much more me. Part 3 of the hair saga. It is definitely a morning in prep. I completely forgot that I needed to have clean hair. So today's my check-in day and it is a Monday. I woke up, I did my mobility work, I checked in, I did my fasted cardio, and now we're heading into the office. I'm getting my extensions put in today. So then I also had to wash my hair. So thankfully, our instructor Victoria is doing my extensions and she's teaching the 9 a.m. class. So it is currently 9:48 and so her class gets out at 10. We're gonna head to the office. I'm gonna blow dry my hair, eat my breakfast while she puts my extensions in, and get the day going. Full disclosure, I really cannot complain about getting to do this because this is like a dream. It is so hard for me to take the time to do these kind of appointments for myself. So having the alignment in my life to have people that I can call on to do this for me and like a place to do it at my leisure, like it's honestly a dream come true. So I'm just like really leaning into gratitude today. Despite the insane morning that I've had, it's all to-dos that I want to do and it's gonna help me get better, right? And then literally right after this, I have consultations for the challenge that I'm running. So it's just like a very back-to-back morning, but you just have to like prioritize the things that need to get done, and this needs to get done. So let's get these extensions put in. The biggest learning curve is learning how to like prioritize yourself when you have like so many hats and roles to fill and just like taking up that space. That's why I have to split all of these appointments up, because for me to do all of this in one day is just like literally impossible. Heartbeats fast, we're free with these. Radio plays our favorite song. All right, I'm gonna go heat up my breakfast. What is up, you guys? We get a bonus part of the saga because shame on me for thinking this was going to be simple, right? So the situation is I got my extensions put in yesterday and the color looks insane, which would be fine, but it's not. It would be fine if I was patient and I knew it was going to get fixed in a timely manner, but I know it's not going to. So I'm going to take it upon myself to do this piece of the puzzle. I'm getting my hair cut on Friday. It is Tuesday. But even if I get it cut, it's still gonna look crazy because the underneath here is too dark. So I'm just gonna tip out this section so that it blends better. And I also think my extensions were placed too low. So on Friday when I go, I'm gonna have her, Teresa, I'm gonna have her take these out, cut my hair, and put them back in higher so I don't have to cut as much off and there's less of a disconnect. I'm working from home today and this was not part of the plan, but now it is part of the plan. I'm just gonna tip the back of my head out so that this is all blonde, it blends better, and I don't have to spend any more time or money coordinating with Blake. So wasn't planning on doing any of this myself, but here we are. So let's do it. Well, fam, that escalated quickly. But the thing with me is just like, I do not half-ass things. So I got into it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it all. So then all we're gonna need to do after this for color is just baby light the top because this is all done. So I've given it a couple heat ups and this will all match once I comb it out and whatever, that's it. My toxic trait is I'm gonna do it myself. If you can't help me, if you can't do it right, I'm literally going to do it myself. It's gonna be more work, but it's gonna look better, sorry. I'm not proud of it, but I did just order some Ghost Energy on Uber Eats from the gas station because I am dragging ass. I also need to get like a 20-minute walk-in, so while I let this process, I'm gonna drink my energy drink, go on a walk on my treadmill, and rinse my hair, get on with my day. This is part 3.5 of the hair saga. Just in case you were waiting for all my hair to fall out or for it to turn an ugly color, here's the final result. So this is not perfect, okay? But it is much, much, much better. And I'm gonna show you why. This is a video yesterday of what my hair looked like color-wise with the extensions. And this is after me tipping it out from the front. The blend is much better. Again, these I'm going to move up and these I'm going to cut on Friday. Color is not 100% perfect, but it blends a lot better, as you can see. So I'm just gonna be wearing my hair in a pony and a claw clip for the next like 4 days until we get this situation figured out. But this is just part of the process and I feel a lot less crazy, right? Yay! This is part 4 of the hair saga. We're in Davenport, Iowa. We are on our way home to visit my family, and we had to make a pit stop to get this situation figured out. So we are here seeing Teresa. She is hopefully going to cover 2 more parts of this very long process and get me right for show. So let's see what we're gonna do here. I'm not entirely sure.
Morning's done, the day is one. Sun again set and everything's fine. A gentle breeze, the city's slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar falls in. I stir it slowly.
This looks insane.
I need to see.
Simple magic in moments like these. I find the magic in the everyday. In the sweetest sips, the sun slips away. Little things that bring a smile to me.
All right, plot twist. We're gonna have to add a couple more phases to this process. So, first haircut in 2 years. She's thick, she's healthy, but she is short. Unfortunately, we need some more hair. We need some more hair that matches better. So we are gonna take a little break from the extensions. This saga is gonna be a little longer than intended. So stand by. I am unsure what phase of the hair saga we're in at this point, but it is my birthday eve and this is the current situation. My extensions are out and my ends are just very warm because Frankfurt water is full of minerals. So I decided to take it upon myself to tip out my ends to get them brighter, to hopefully match my extensions better, and I would love to get them in on Tuesday. So TBD. I don't know what's happening, to be honest. It's kind of up in the air at this point, but this was a necessary step of the process, and I will be waking up 32, blonder, and I'm gonna put some self-tanner on as well. Here we are again. It feels like we just did this. I am not sure what part of the hair saga this is, but this is a do-over of the first time that we tried to sew these in. So what happened is these were sewn in too low, so it looked crazy, and then also my ends were not light enough, so it looked crazy. And then when I got my hair cut, we couldn't cut the extensions with my hair because they were sewn in too low, so we ended up having to take them out. I got my real hair cut, and then on my birthday eve, I wanted to be blonde for my birthday, okay? I tipped out my whole head, so now these should match better. We did get another pack. I literally just did the same thing I did last time I came to work with my hair wet. I just blow dried myself, and then Victoria is gonna come and sew these in. I'm very hopeful these will match much better. And we even have another row, so I'm gonna see how crazy this looks for next steps. I will still need my top highlighted, but that is not the priority right now because I did just damage my ends once again, but it is still thick and the color will much better. So after today, I am anticipating another at least 2 parts to this hair saga. Don't worry, you guys, the hair will get done. So stand by. We are on to the next part of this hair saga. I do not know what phase in the journey we're in, maybe 4 and 5. Today I am driving to Davenport, Iowa. I just dropped Ryan off at the office. This is the second trip I am making to this location. Today we're getting my extensions cut and the top of my hair colored. I'm super excited because I finally got my car tripod suction situation, like this $3 little gadget that I got off of TikTok shop, is set up today on my dash. And this feels like such a game changer. I've got my mic. You guys, we are making so much progress in the journey. Normally in my car, I'm like literally holding my phone. So hopefully this makes for better content for you guys to follow along with the journey. But I've got my meals, all my drinks, riding shotgun here with me, and I'm looking forward to this drive today to just like have some time with myself to reflect on the journey. It was a check-in day for me. I am ending my rebound phase, so a lot has come up, but I don't get time like this to myself, so I'm going to take full advantage. All right, we have arrived once again. Next part of the hair saga. Just finished a 2.5-hour drive. I stopped at 2 different gas stations, no microwave, so thankfully she has one here. I am only 10 minutes late. This is my hair saga. It's like a 4-parter. Guys, the hair saga is complete. You guys, I could literally cry. I am so happy. The hair saga is complete. The length is perfect. The color is perfect. This was worth every mile of the drive. Shout out to Teresa. Shout out to Victoria. Shout out to Blake. And lastly, I want to thank me. It has taken a village to get us here. We're definitely going to have to do another move up and possibly one more baby light right before with Teresa, but oh my god, my hair is going to be so perfect for show. I am so freaking happy. This completes the hair saga. I need to eat my meal and get on the road home. Another 2.5-hour drive, but stay tuned for show hair. Thank you for following along with the journey. If you made it to the end, it was definitely worth the wait for me. I looked crazy for a couple weeks, but I literally could not be happier. That wraps up this hair saga. If you like this video, make sure to like this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is really going to complete the package that I'm bringing this season, and I'm so freaking excited.